Hello YouTubers, and welcome to The Taste. And welcome to the Tier 5 Russian Cruiser ship review for the Kirov. Thus far, the Russian cruisers were fun to play, and I was excited to get into the Kirov. If you're not watching the video from a mobile device, and if you're interested in going back to watch the previous ship review videos, then please click the card in the top right corner of the screen now. The Kirov has some very obvious strengths, and it has some game-shattering weaknesses as well. I plan to discuss the strengths and weaknesses of the Kirov in earlier parts of this video, and then follow that up with some gameplay footage. The Kirov has the second most hit points out of all the Tier 5 cruisers, and trust me, that matters. If you make a mistake in this ship, kiss it goodbye. The Citadel armor on this ship is horrendous, and if you get hit on the side of your ship, you dead. Let me show you all some training room examples. Here I am, pretty close to a 0-degree angle from 1.3 kilometers away using the 152mm gun of the Omaha. Shooting at the front of the ship, it was near impossible to score a Citadel hit, but the Kirov did get wrecked by the 33% damage hits that the Omaha was throwing out. So then I moved the Omaha to approximately a 35-degree angle, and the Citadels are ripe for the taking. So what does all this mean? Don't ever get hit. No, seriously, it means you're going to get crushed through the nose and you're going to be dead if they hit the side of your ship. Those are your two choices. Don't get hit. The gun range on the Kirov makes it a little easier to avoid getting crushed, as it can fire from 16.3 kilometers, which is second for its tier. AFT with the intentions of extending your range is not possible for this ship. The rate of fire from the guns is low, and the only ship that is worse is the Furutaka. The Kirov's guns can shoot 4 rounds per minute, whereas the Furutaka could only shoot 3.6 rounds per minute. Poor Furutaka, that ship is just bad. The HE damage in the Kirov is the second best for its tier, the fire chance is the second best for its tier, and the AP damage is the second best for its tier. On top of that awesome ammo, the Kirov can shoot 9 guns from a broadside position. The gun dispersion on the Kirov is second to last for its tier, but it's really not that bad. On top of that, the shells are very high velocity and easy to aim. Just a little funny note, a shell being fired from the Kirov traversing a distance of 16 kilometers will land before a shell being fired from a Tier 2 Novik, which only has to go 10 kilometers. I thought that was pretty crazy when I saw it. So as you all can see, the Kirov has the range and the high velocity rounds to shoot from range effectively. The turret traverse is very good and should not be an issue. Because of this, when you're deciding where your captain's skill points should go, I would definitely take Last Stand over Expert Marksman. This ship is very fast and can reach speeds of up to 35.5 knots. But here we go. The next few stats are a major reason why you can find yourself in big trouble in this ship. The rudder shift time on this ship is last at 7.8 seconds, and the turning circle radius is worse than that of a battleship. This ship has a 860 meter turning circle. Let me say that again. This ship has a 860 meter turning circle. That, coupled with the lack of armor, makes this ship an easy target. On top of all that, you're going to be spotted from 13.8 kilometers away. This ship has to have other ships in front of it, which are A, spotted, and B, able to take a hit or dodge shells. I have never played so passively with the cruiser before until I captained this ship. This ship is all guns and very little survivability. Let's take a look at some gameplay footage. I'm divisioned up with Steel Reserve from the Steelcast 27 on YouTube and Drinking 24/7. They have the situational awareness perk, so you may hear them call out when they are spotted. On this map, early spots are so important, and when you have a destroyer that does not take off when the game starts and you're in a Kirov, that could be bad.
Oh man, he's moving. I'm sure he's just not in the game yet, that's all.
Boy,
He shot! What an idiot. Here, I'm gonna turn into him too. Oh man, we should have sandwiched him.
Oh, I
got him.
Is he moving? Whitty Lou.
He's like drifting forward now. It's too bad you can't just push him.
Come on,
He's
Whitty.
awake now.
Okay, you woke up, Whitty. Come on, Whitty!
Well, I'm probably already dead, so thanks, Whitty.
Why are you dead?
Because I'm
we're
probably
spotted like the second we loaded in.
No,
Yeah.
we're not spotted. Now we're spotted. Now we're spotted.
Now we're spotted.
So when I was going through and playing this ship, I was so gun shy with it. You see, my first move right here, when they said that they were spotted, was to turn out. I don't do that in any other cruiser. I wanted to get behind that battleship because I had the range to do it. On a side note, this map is way too small.
Oh God. New Mexico. We're not my friend.
So yeah, I'm out of the action right now, but in this ship, better safe than sorry. I mean, when you're getting shot at, it's a scary thing in this ship. Just listen in.
Oh no.
Okay, so now I'm heading into the combat. I have my destroyer in play. I have my battleship taking hits as he should be because he has the armor and he has the heal ability. And now I'm trying to place all my awesome guns on the target. While you're doing this, though, you want to be max range. I know it sounds so wimpy, and it's not like a style of play that you may enjoy, but if you don't stay at max range, you will die in this ship. So I'm trying to use these nice 7-inch guns that the Kirov has to place some AP rounds on this very slow but yet angled Svietlana, and I was not getting much luck at all. I think out of 3 salvos, I got about 2,500 to maybe 3,000 damage. Not very good. Now on the battleship there, those were not the best placed rounds. I had 3 rounds hit the back of his ship with AP, and that was 0 damage. That's not too surprising. But then I registered another 5 hits on the battleship, and I did not see where they landed, but it was only 400 damage. So I'm shooting AP, I'm getting hits, but I'm not really recording a lot of good hits.
Double sit on Svets.
Nice, I was desperately trying to reload.
Well, he better be dead with them shots.
So yeah, that last salvo that I did, I really wanted to have AP there. Unfortunately, I had HE loaded. I think I could have hit that Svietlana for a lot more.
Ra Kumzi, I wanna sit you away.
So these next 2 salvos on this Kuma are shots that I wish I could have back. This guy's driving in a straight line, not alternating his course, but he's slightly heading away from me, and I was not giving enough elevation on the shots.
Kumzis. Give me a nice little tight spread on Kumzis. Boom. Shakalaka.
Oh,
Ooh,
comes
nice,
it there.
nice shot.
Double see it.
That was a nice shot, I have to say.
So right now, this is one of the most dangerous times when you're playing this ship. You're doing a full turnout, you're turning your guns, and if these cruisers had landed their shots properly, my game is over. Thankfully, they missed. I'm telling you, I had so many games end early just from a move exactly like that. I just got lucky that they missed. So when a battleship is angled like that, even though you have really powerful guns, you should switch to HE because you're going to get more damage, and on top of that, you're going to have a chance to get a fire like you just saw. This map kind of drives me nuts. There's another fire. It's so small, it's like I ping-pong between the map edge and the rock, and the map edge and the rock, and there's a lot of high-tier ships that have really good range, and this feels like a lower-tier map, and I think that they should make a change on that. So there's another fire, and this HE ammo is looking very useful at this point. And here comes AP. I hold my breath every time I see a battleship shooting AP at me when I'm in a Kirov. So because there's nowhere to go on this map, what I end up doing is just snaking the ship. So I turn back in, I get the turrets in place, shoot, then I turn back out, and hopefully they miss. Fingers crossed. Now I do want to point out that I could have switched to AP here because the battleship is giving a broadside. If I hit the shells above the belt but beneath the superstructure, I could have done a lot of damage right there. But instead I stuck with the HE, which is not a horrible mistake, and got 7 hits and decent amount of damage.
I'll take your spot, Pete. I'll
Okay.
take it. That your Mexis really got you though. He's still trying to get you. Oh, get you.
So I was just thinking, what is this cruiser good at? And I think that it's good at taking out other cruisers, and I think it's good at shooting battleships. I don't look at this ship as a great destroyer killer. The reason why I say that is because it has such a slow turn time that, you know, in a brawling situation against a destroyer, you will get torpedoed. And it does not have a real good rate of fire, which is another thing that I want to have when I'm trying to take out a destroyer. Now, that's not to say that I won't take a shot at a destroyer when I'm in this ship, but just saying it's not suited for it. If you have HE loaded and you get a lot of hits from your salvo on a destroyer, it's going to get decimated. But if you're shooting at max range at a destroyer that's very elusive and tough to hit, that's probably not the best idea. Our Congo's leaving. Our Congo's leaving. Steele, look at our map. 2 tier 6 cruisers and a battleship versus me, you, and a Minikaze.
Interesting.
So factor all that in as you make your approach.
Oh no! These guys are a lot closer than I thought they'd be.
If you all are watching this video and you're not watching it from a mobile device, you're going to see a card in the top right hand corner of the screen now. I'm very interested to know if you all have enjoyed playing the Kirov. For me, I really liked the Tier 2 Novik. I really loved the Tier 3 Bogatyr. The Sviatlana, well, you can have it. I'm probably going to keep it, but I'm probably not going to go back and play it again. And the Kirov, it's a mixed bag for me. I just absolutely love the guns on the Kirov. But the rudder shift time, the turn time, and the lack of armor just makes this ship very painful at times to play. So can anyone please explain to me what the Congo on our team is doing? He's heading completely away from all the combat for no particular reason. And I just don't even know, why would anyone want to do that? Don't you play this game to see action and have fun? I mean, why would you just run away? At this point, I want to continue to try to be as defensive as I possibly can, shoot my guns, and then continue to maneuver to make shots that the enemy's going to take on my ship more difficult. Again, this might be a situation where I could have shot some armor-piercing rounds, but I stuck with the HE. I think I really wanted to get some fires rolling on these guys. Being able to just sit back, shoot the guns, and not having people fire back at you is the key for this ship. And I know that sounds kind of like common sense, but for this ship in particular, it's what has to happen.
Look at our New York's just coming in here, Rick rolling, rocking.
Because I think of myself as a more aggressive player, the Kirov gave me some problems at first.
Rocking and a rolling.
So during the earlier part in the video where I was talking about shell dispersion, I did mention that this has the second worst shell dispersion for all the Tier 5 cruisers, but keep in mind that they all have really good shell dispersion. This just happened to be the second to last, and The shots that are put out by this ship are very accurate. So now there's only 2 ships left, and now all of a sudden everybody on our team is extremely aggressive and they're looking to get their damage in. Now normally I would be out of the match, but this ship goes 35.5 knots, which allows me to redeploy further to the east and get within guns range of the enemy ships.
I think I'm gonna hit that castle by accident. Sorry. Oh, I just messed up that castle.
Architecture.
Time for free taste. I'm not getting in the cap. Time for free taste.
Our victory is in sight.
Knocked out his engine. Let's see what he does. Let's see what he do. I don't even know which way he's steaming, to be honest.
Yeah, I know. Now, I found that shooting HE is generally better damage than shooting AP at the aircraft carriers.
Now he's getting the pain.
As Steel Reserve pointed out to me in one of his previous videos, aircraft carriers that are caught on fire burn for a greater percentage of damage than any other ship.
My friend and me got only 3 kills. What a noob team we had.
No, you just ran into a wall of Kirov. I hope that you all enjoyed the video. If you did like the video, please click the like button. And if you're interested in receiving updates as new videos are posted to the channel, please feel free to subscribe. I'm generally divisioned up with Steel Reserve. Steel Reserve has his own YouTube channel with a very unique series that I enjoy titled History in Combat. I definitely recommend stopping by his channel and checking those videos out. And as always, thanks for watching The Taste.